Okay. Ah, okay. Okay. Apparently we are back again. We're live again. All right. Okay. Here we go. What a mess. What a mess, you guys. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome back to this English class, and I'm sorry for whatever happened. But anyway, we are here back again and ready to continue answering every question you guys have. So we were just finishing to explain what actually a typo is. So basically, let me get back there. Let me get back here. And we were right over this page here, all right? And basically we finished the connection, as I was saying, that a typo is just a mistake that happens as you are writing, as you're typing, actually, as you're typing on your computer, on your keyboard in general, on any device, and by mistake you just catch a letter instead of another one, and that's it. A very simple mistake that just happened right here, and I wanted to say this so that right now we are actually learning something new as well. Anyway, back to us, because thank you, Lolly, for your question. Now we're going to the next one. The next question is, okay, today is the day of very messy things. What are messy things? Messy things is when things are not going as planned. Anyway, I just fixed it, and so the next question is from Angela. Angela, welcome. How you doing? And you're asking a question that is really, really interesting, and I couldn't wait to actually answer. So how can I distinguish between can and can't? And I know that this is a question that many other of my students actually ask, because wow, if you think about it, it's a very confusing situation. For example, you want to say that there's something that you can do, or maybe you can't do, but you're kind of forced to, I don't know, like many people I know that they to get around this problem, they say cannot, I cannot do it, I cannot do it. So let's dive into this very important topic, guys. Before I dive in, I want to see if there are any comments. Oh yes, okay. Blue, hello Blues Jay, welcome to this second live today. Welcome to this second live session. Irina, welcome back. Aryan, Lolly, welcome you guys back. So let's go ahead now. So because I know that this is a question that everyone has, including me. Like, I had this question for a long time. How can I distinguish between can and can't, right? So to do this, I'm going to use this beautiful piece of paper that has always been very helpful, right? So we want to understand how we say this word, how we listen to this word, what do we need to listen for, and this word here. And they are very important because can, the image of this action here, and by the way, yes, they are actions, okay? So they definitely are actions, and the image of this word here is all about power of doing something, right? So when you say that you can do something, for example, you can write English, you can write in English, you're talking about the power you have of doing something. This is exactly the opposite, because it's the connection between can and not. So as you can see, not is the negative particle, and for that reason, when you place it together and you say can't, you are saying the opposite. So you're saying that you don't have that power, all right? So for example, I can't write in Chinese, right? I can't do that. I don't have that power. So of course, being able to distinguish between these two words is essential, my friend, because otherwise there will be a lot of misunderstandings, right? So how do we do that? Well, first of all, there's the easiest solution, right? And actually, let me say that this is the number one solution. So if you don't remember anything else that I'm about to explain, and you want to distinguish and you want to be able to actually understand these words, you can say can and cannot. Can, cannot. I can do it, I cannot do it, right? So let me actually write down this very simple phrase, because we can dive a little deeper into how to pronounce it. So up here, I can do it. Down here, I can, and as I said, cannot do it. All right. Now, first of all, the first thing you guys want to know, and this is mandatory, okay? It is absolutely crucial to understand, is this T is silent, all right? Is absolutely silent. You can't hear it, okay? This means that you're gonna say, I cannot do it, I cannot do it, right? And very important, you wanna kind of create a break between the words, okay? This is like a sign of a pause between the two words. So you're not gonna say, I cannot do it, I cannot do it. No, you're gonna say, I cannot do it, I cannot do it, I cannot do it. All right? Try with me as you are listening to this conversation, let's say, as you are listening to this session, try with me so you get the habit of it. I cannot do it. And this is the simplest way to get around the problem, right? But the point is that, yes, when you are speaking, you can get around the problem saying, I cannot do it. On the other side, the other speaker, maybe the native speaker, is not probably gonna say this one. So the problem still remains. So now we're going to fix it. Before I'm diving even deeper, let me see if there are any comments related to that. Blues, you say I am Chinese. Okay, well, so Blues, you can definitely write down Chinese, whereas I can't. Absolutely, I cannot. By the way, as you can see, I cannot. Okay, now I'm going to explain the difference anyway. I'm just watching my streaming at the moment, and I see that the quality is pretty low. So can you please, guys, write in the comments if you can see this live streaming with a pretty high quality or low quality, and this way I can understand if you guys can read what I'm writing. Okay, as you are writing, if you can see it with high or low quality, I'm going ahead, and I see here a comment from Lolly, glottal T. Well, the glottal T has something to do with it. Yes, absolutely. The glottal T is basically kind of a block in your... I made a video about it. It's basically when you're stopping your sound before it gets out, and you say, I cannot do it. But it's easier to be understood without this particular definition. You just have to remember to place a pause between the two words. I cannot do it, right? Now, can and can. Now, when you're speaking, okay, let's say that these two phrases here. When you speak in English, English is a language that works by stressing the words you want the listener to understand. Okay, so basically, in this phrase, okay, if I want to pass on the information that I can do it, okay, you see that all the emphasis is on the word do, okay, because that's the action I'm willing and I can do, right? For that reason, when you say I can do it, I can do it. All the emphasis, all the traction, all the energy, right? All the energy goes towards do it. Quindi I can do it. I can do it. I can do it, right? In a minute, I'm going to give you some examples from the web that I found, and we're gonna see this like in real life. So, but first, let's understand the theory behind it. Okay, so can do it. So this can is basically very short, and we can say that no, green is better. We can say that this A just disappears. Okay, I can do it. I can do it. I can come. I can see you. I can see you. I can listen to you. All right. I can see the streaming well. I can see the streaming not so well. Let me see if you guys actually answered to this question. By the way, high quality. Okay. I can see everything in high quality. Okay. Okay. Very well. Arian, I see you got a question. Keep it there. Keep it there, because we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna get back there later. All right. So. I can, okay, and when you say it, this A, okay, is very short. I can do it, right? This one down here is the opposite, because you see, when you say that you can do it, all the emphasis is not on the action anymore, because you are communicating the opposite. You're communicating that you can. And for that reason, all the emphasis will be right here, right here. What does it mean? It means that where here you kind of make the A, the vowel sound, disappear, to the contrary, here you're going to actually say it nice and clear. Can, I can do it, I can do it. And you're going to create a larger sound. I can do it. 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 I can come. I'm sorry, I can't see you. I can't hear you properly. You have to change the streaming sessions because I can't see you. I can't stay. I can't. These are all negative phrases, and you understand they're negative right because you have this can stress. Now, first of all, let me take a break. Let me drink something. As you know, after a while that I speak, I really need to drink. I need to replenish my vocal cords with new fresh liquid. And back to us. So now we're gonna see some real examples, and before that, I want to point out something very important. This is this kind of this is a simplified version of how to solve the problem, because we are only taking into consideration the American accent, because the American accent, in my opinion, is simpler to understand and to explain. Probably because I can relate more to that accent, and especially for us in this situation here, because if you use the UK accent, they're going to actually say these words with a variation of the vowel. Can. Why is it so different? And why is it so difficult to say? Well, because it's difficult to say and it's very different. Not only it's very the difference is very subtle between can and can, but also they can be misunderstood with another word, a bad word, a word that I don't want to say right now, and a word that you don't probably want to say neither. So to avoid entirely this situation, just go with the American accent version, which is way easier because you use the vowel e for both the sounds, but this is a more open e, I can, and this is a closer e, can. But as we explained before, this is like you are going to remove the vowel altogether, and here you just say it. at all. You say it completely. So I can do it, I can do it. All right, just go with this one and your life will be 100 times easier. But now it's not enough for us. So we're going online, as I said, because I want to give you some real life examples. We're going to a website that is one of my favorite, Youglish. And this is where, by the way, I take every example of my videos. They all come from this website, almost all, not every example comes from this website, but most of the examples I find come from this beautiful website that you definitely wanna check out. It's called Youglish.com. And as you can see here, use YouTube to improve your English pronunciation. And the fact is that I'm going to type right here, you can, or better, I can do it, okay? And now I'm going to press enter, and it finds automatically it finds words, actually every kind of video that contains this expression. This is mind-blowing. It's a beautiful tool, you guys want to use, absolutely. Now, this first example is very fast, okay? So just listen to it as close as possible.
I'm like, you know what? I bet I can do it for half that price, even possibly less. And remember,
lucky for us, there's some subtitles down here because he goes extremely fast. So let's listen one more time, but then let's go to the next one.
I bet I can do it for half that price.
As you can see here, he says, I bet I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. There's no stress on the word can. All right. Let's go with another example.
Well, you know, it's crazy, but maybe I can do it. We're going to talk about.
Once again, I can do it. I can do it. All right. There's no stress on the word can, but there's a lot of stress on the word do. Right. In fact, now we're going to listen again to the same phrase, but without subtitles, because the subtitles are not going to be present. Okay.
Well, you know, it's crazy, but maybe I can do it.
As you can see, the word do is the first you hear. Maybe I can do it. Actually, maybe is the first word you hear, because maybe is another very important word for the phrase. So he says, maybe I can do it. Maybe I can do it. And the word, and this is the easiest way to understand how to pronounce the word can. Because in a positive sense, in a positive sentence, if you say that you can do something, your stress is not going to be on the action can, but on the action you can actually do, right? Let's hear to another example.
Actually want to do, and you're making it a bit of fun, and it's play, and you're letting yourself be creative, listen to music, dance.
All right, so it was so fast that it just went through, right? It passed through our ears. Let's listen one more time.
And you're having a good time, and you're treating it like something that you actually want to do, and you're making it a bit of fun, and it's play, and you're letting yourself be.
All right, so it just went on. But anyway, let's go with another example.
Mass illegal immigration is to flood the zone against predominantly black and Hispanic working class political apparatchiks. Remember, the consultant class, the political class around it, and the donors all line up perfectly. Unfortunately, you've got a working class party that, for instance, trade, you know, mass illegal immigration, which the Chamber of Commerce pushes all the time, and more legal immigration.
Well, today is a day that things don't go as planned. I can see, because
I'm like, you know what? I bet I can do it for half that.
I can see that I can't manage this thing, right? I can't manage these things. But let's actually do that, okay? Let's do that, because let me say now, I can't do it, all right? Let's see what it comes out now.
I can't do it. I can't make it. He surrendered.
As you can see, now now can is very much pronounced. I can't do it. I can't make it. Let's listen one more time. Actually, let's listen in comparison now. Let's duplicate it. And let's go back to I can't do it. And as it died stuff, let's listen again.
I've faced rejection again and again. I'm not going anymore. There are no jobs out there. I can't do it. I can't make it.
As you can see, can is very much pronounced. Now let's go back to I can do it.
I'm like, you know what? I bet I can do it for half that.
As you can see, this can is just barely pronounced. I bet I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. All the emphasis is over do, not so much over can. I can, I can. Let's listen again.
I can't do it. I can't make it.
I can't make it, I can. All right, so now I think that this really answered your question, Angela. So let's go back here, and actually let me see if there are any comments about it. Let me see. Thank you that you like this video. Thank you so much. And you guys, yeah, I always forget to ask you that, but if you like this content, well, know that I post these streamings every week. Every Saturday we are live, always at the same time, usually without these problems we are having today. So if you want to join us, you're more than welcome. The easiest way is to subscribe to this channel and push the all notifications and receive all notifications. This way you are sure you are actually notified when I go live. And if you don't know how to do that, I can actually show you, because it's pretty easy. So let's go over YouTube, and once it's open, okay, I'm going to, oh hello, this is me right here. So I'm going over the tab here, and let's say that I wanna subscribe to this channel here. All right, 11 bad habits that damage your brain. Well, this is something that I might actually be interested in. So I can hit subscribe down here, and then I press this little arrow, and I go with the bell all right. This way I'll be notified about any video these guys are posting. All right, and I think that this is an awesome way to actually be able to understand. Oh, wait a second, I think you I think you're not able to actually watch what I'm watching right now. So this is so funny, guys. Today is the day that everything is happening. Anyway, I was here, and I'm gonna do the same thing again. Oh, wow. What a moment today. That's okay. This is one of those days, I say that this is one of those days where I should just not do anything. I should just stay without doing absolutely nothing. Anyway, let's say that I wanna subscribe to this channel here, Blues Lounge. All right, so I click on subscribe, and right after that, as I was saying before, but you wouldn't see me, as I was saying, there's a little arrow here. You press the arrow and you press all. This way I'll be notified of any new video and anything that Blues Lounge is uploading on YouTube. Now, anyway, this was a little way to show you how to do that. This way you are sure that next Saturday, if you want to start from the beginning watching this live and asking me any question you want, well, you could do that. You know how to do it. And of course, if you like it so far, even though this is the first live experience you may probably have with me, but yeah, you can press like under this video. Anyway, enough about this. Let's go with the next question, which is from Irina. And Irina is asking, what's the difference between dodge and avoid? And this is a very interesting question. Probably you asked me this question after watching one of my previous videos where I actually used the word dodge, but I didn't explain it on purpose because I actually wanted you guys to do your own research using the tools that I'm showing you during these live streamings to find the way to understand the word. In fact, now I'm going to answer you using the tools that I always mention. So let's go back one more time online, but this time we're going off YouTube because we are using this beautiful website called Giphy. And I love this website, guys. I made a video entirely on this topic because I think it's one of the best ways to understand the images connected to actions. So if you want to understand the meaning of a verb, of an action, this is the place to go. So if we put up here dodge, enter, you can see that probably this is the best example. So you can see that this huge guy is going through these people and kind of very fastly avoiding that he is touched by any of them. All right, and you can see that the movement is very fast. You can see that he's going almost straight towards the people, and then at the very last moment he is changing direction to avoid the person. All right, and this is probably the easiest way to understand the word dodge. Now I'm going to give you some examples, but before that, let's see the difference with avoid. And like we did before with can, let's open up another page and let's type avoid. Now here, a good example of it is, well, either one. This is probably the funniest example. As you can see, this man here is avoiding speaking with a lady, but the biggest difference is that he is not confronting the people just like he is doing. So he is not confronting, he's not talking, he's not going towards the person. He is going to the opposite direction of the lady. All right, so this is to avoid. To avoid is to kind of change completely in order to not see or say anything about a topic, whereas dodge is to do the same thing. So the result is the same, but you do it much quicker, I'd say actually much quicker, and without as you can see here, without changing your way. All right, you just kind of go around it very neatly. So let me give you a few examples now that you saw the images. Okay, so let's say that let me see, an example of dodge could be somebody calls me, all right, and well, of course I'm having the streaming, so I'm not gonna answer, right? But let's say that instead of answering, I answer the phone, but I'm very quick, and I'm not actually saying what's happening. So I'm dodging the situation because I'm answering, but I'm not avoiding answering the phone, but I'm very quick and I don't actually say much about it. So I dodge the streaming situation. Okay, if I want to avoid, if I want to use avoid and somebody is calling me on the phone now, I just don't answer. So I avoid the situation entirely. Okay, or let me give you another example. There's a person, you're walking by the street and there's a person in front of you, and this person, you're not particularly friend with this person. So if you are dodging this person, then you might wanna just pretend you are looking at something else and then you dodge the person, or maybe you may just wanna pretending you're on the phone, you know, so that you are dodging the person because you're going straight towards the person, but you don't talk with the person because you're on the phone, you know. That's dodging. Avoiding the person, it would be like changing the curb, so going to the other side of the street, or change, or going back, going the other way, so going back, okay, or anything that you may do to actually change completely direction, okay. So that's the difference, to dodge and to avoid, okay. So I guess that these examples clarified the theme. Now let me see if I've been helpful enough, and I see a huge amount, a lot of messages. Let me see. I see the English page. Yes, we went through that. What's the difference between preserve and conserve? That's a very interesting question, Blues. Very, very interesting, really. So let me see if I can. Let me see. I don't think we have any more time today, because unfortunately right now in a few minutes I'm actually gonna have a one-on-one lesson, so I can't stay any longer, guys. At the same time, I'm going to take these questions and I'm going to answer to these questions next time I'm live, which is gonna be next Saturday. Also guys, remember that whatever question you have, there's a form down here you can use. You can just click on the link. It's very easy to use. You just click on the link. You only ask your name and the question. You don't even need to put your email address on it. As simple as that. So the best way, my friend, if you want to ask me a question and I don't see it because it's in the middle of the chat, then use the form and I'll make sure to prepare the right way, so next time around I'm prepared and I can answer, giving you the most time available, just like I'm doing right now with the questions. Also, if you send me, if I receive your question through the form, I'm able to write down something like this, so your name appears on the screen, your question is nice down here, and everyone can read it. So if you want to receive all these beautiful things, you only need to fill in the form below. And with this thing, I thank you all guys for being here with me. It's been a pleasure to see you, and thank you for staying with me through the mess of this streaming session. It's usually not this complicated. Usually the streaming sessions we have so far have been very simple and very straightforward. Have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you back next Saturday. Take care.